On March 26, 2026, YouTuber Jar Bear from Exploring with Bears hiked into the Ledges of Garrettsville. The area was notorious for 8 recent Bigfoot sightings.
We are at the Ledges. Now, this place is reportedly haunted. Not only that, this is still Garrettsville as well, where there has been multiple Bigfoot sightings just a week ago, like 8 sightings in this area. Today, I got B with me. We've been hiking quite a bit already, huh?
They searched for the Devil's Icebox, a cave rumored to hold a heavy, oppressive presence. The woods felt crowded despite being empty.
It is so weird. It sounds like I keep hearing like voices, like talking. All right, I don't think that's going to take us anywhere. And is this on Super Zoom?
Jar Bear froze. He heard hushed whispers echoing from the rocks where no human should be.
This is crazy feeling, man. And now I'm thinking about how many times Bigfoot was just spotted here as well. 10 foot tall, jet black, had a stink to him. A stink. Yeah, that's what one.
The trail vanished. A rank, rotting stench hit them, the signature smell of the 10-foot tall, jet black creature seen nearby.
Like private?
I think so. Let's walk it.
Dude, this is creepy. Private?
Get off your stick. Now it just got spooky.
They hit a private sign. A sudden, supernatural chill swept through them. They were no longer alone.
I did too. It just got really cold. Wow, what a difference.
That's when it happened.
Be down there. Dude, did you just hear that?
Yeah. Dude,
No.
I'm not going down there.
No freaking way, man. What was it? Look. No, go. Go, man. Look at that.
I don't know where to go.
There's 2 of them. There's 2 right here.
Something hurled a massive rock from the dark. Jar Bear dropped the camera, scrambling through the brush and fleeing the gorge in total terror. One viewer was so terrified that he commented, "Nature is so beautiful but terrifying at the same time. Just be safe, Bear." On a cold winter night, YouTuber Angelo from Exploring with Angelo arrived at a remote vacation home. The owners had recently abandoned the property after weird stuff started happening. They weren't alone for long. Frank was paralyzed when he saw a small, ghostly girl standing by the bed, staring out the window into the pitch-black woods.
Gone out getting groceries and stuff, and I was on the phone, and I walked out of the bathroom, and I think I seen a little girl at the edge of the bed with her hand there on the edge of the bed. There's the little balls on the side, the wooden. Yeah, it looked like there was a little girl with her hand.
They tried to settle in, but the house refused to remain quiet. Heavy bedroom doors that had been firmly shut were found standing wide open by morning.
We had them like that. So explain to me how the hell it opened.
I mean, that's quite a bit of force. That's not just going to open.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Angelo turned on a spirit box to communicate. A chilling, childlike voice whispered through the static, "Hello, new friends."
Down, but it said, "Hello, new friends." Okay, are you a child?
At least it sounds friendly.
But the atmosphere quickly shifted from curiosity to malice. The device began spitting out darker warnings. Victim. Vengeance. Die.
No.
Devil.
Oh, say devil. That is upstairs.
Victim.
What the?
That's when it happened. Without a human hand touching the controls, the stove burner clicked on. A wooden handle ignited, filling the room with acrid smoke as the entity attempted to burn the house down.
How the hell did the burner come on?
I don't even know.
I knew I was hearing something.
Yeah.
Well,
They didn't wait for sunrise. Angelo and Frank grabbed their gear and fled the property, driving through the night to escape the unseen hands.
Back home. After that last experience, honestly, things just got a little too crazy in that house. A little too spooky. So we actually ended up leaving pretty much right after that and just drove through the night, stopped the next day, and then continued on driving the day after.
YouTuber Angelo from Exploring with Angelo traveled deep into Japan's Okigahara Forest. It had been 4 years since his last visit to the infamous suicide forest. The rain was relentless. Because the trains and buses had stopped, Angelo was stranded in the woods until dawn.
It said there was something right here in front of me. What the heck? I could tell you right now, this is already getting pretty spooky. So, I know I'm probably kind of shady looking right now, but let me try and cover up as much as possible. But there is more stories to this place apart from,
The atmosphere was heavy with the history of those who entered and never left. Suddenly, his camera began auto-tracking movement in the empty, dark brush. Angelo turned on a communication app to see if he was truly alone.
A child
Oh wow, okay, so it said, I'm only a child. Oh! What the
standing beside you.
was right behind me?
The response was immediate and chilling. "I'm only a child," a voice whispered. Then, a second later, "I'm right behind you." He took shelter in a nearby bathroom to wait out the storm. At 2 a.m., he re-entered the dense trees.
Something also moved back there. Dude, I don't like this place.
Here it's here. My death was brutal.
Can you tell me how you died?
You've got to be careful.
The entities grew more vocal in the dead of night. "My death was brutal." The device spat. "You've got to be careful."
The hell? I don't know what those are. It's gotta be an animal.
Equality.
Let me get a step up here for a second. Oh, I think they're deer? I think they're deer. Oh dear. I can't quite tell, to be honest. I could see his eyes looking directly at me. What the is that? No. That's not a deer at all. Oh.
1920.
What the was that? Was that a deer or not? I swear to God. Oh no. What the What was that?
Valerie.
What the hell? Dude, it was a giant black blob.
That's when it happened. 2 eyes reflected in his flashlight beam. Angelo initially thought it was a deer, but as the figure moved, it revealed itself as a giant, shapeless black mass. He didn't stay to investigate. He fled back toward the parking lot in total silence. YouTuber Colton and his partner from the channel Limitless Outdoors were deep in the Alaskan bush, 4 miles from their main camp. They had a massive moose down on a remote riverbank. They left the meat to retrieve their raft, but the wilderness had other plans. A wolf suddenly jumped out of the thick brush at close range.
When we were walking up through this brush, and I jumped this wolf at close range, and I hoped that we could get a shot.
They managed to drop the predator, but the real test was waiting by the water. They returned to the moose site only to find it claimed by a massive grizzly bear.
This vantage point, and we're able to look down and see Colton's moose all decked up on the river. What we also saw that we weren't expecting, though, is a big brown bear on the carcass, and we knew as we had to go in there,
Visibility was almost zero in the dense Alaskan scrub. They moved in slowly, hoping the bear would back off before the encounter turned lethal.
And be loud enough that this bear would know we were there and we could see him as far away as possible, which was not very far at all.
The standoff was silent and suffocating. The grizzly stood its ground just 10 feet away, huffing as it guarded the kill.
Who was going to get to keep what on this moose?
Hey, buddy. Don't you dare.
They began a tense negotiation with the beast. It wanted the gut pile, they wanted the meat.
Bear decided that the decked up moose belonged to me and Colton, and that the gut pile belonged to him. So he headed back over there and decided to bury.
That's when it happened. With the bear watching their every move from the shadows, they frantically pumped up their raft and loaded the heavy quarters. One wrong move would have ended the hunt in blood.
Pumping up a raft while you have a angry bear hanging out by you.
Yeah. We gotta get all those quarters in that raft.
Yeah.
One viewer was so stunned by the close encounter that he commented, "I wouldn't be able to sleep the rest of the trip. Every sound would make me think bear." You guys handled that very well. One night, YouTuber Jasko drove deep into a mountain forest known for whispers and satanic rituals. He brought a cursed Ouija board purchased from a mysterious estate sale. He stepped into the woods as the sun began to set. Almost immediately, the atmosphere felt heavy, and the shadows seemed to move with intent.
A terrifying feeling. The atmosphere here feels dark. It feels heavy. It feels like you're being watched. It feels like you're being followed.
Jasko followed a trail of marking tape to a weathered box. Inside, he found something new. Old photographs with every face violently scratched out.
And to come across something like pictures in a box deep in.
The forest began to reek of rotting meat. He discovered a squishy, foul-smelling bag near his van that seemed to contain a fresh carcass.
What the What the It sounded like something was just charging me.
A sudden, heavy charging sound erupted from the dark brush. He scrambled back to the safety of his van, locking the doors as the forest went silent.
Whatever I reached out to was not friendly. Objects would move on their own, lights would flicker uncontrollably, and doors would slam shut with no explanation. Over time, the presence in my house grew more malevolent, culminating in a series of terrifying encounters. Neighbors reported hearing eerie sounds coming from my home, and my pets would cower in fear, as if something invisible was lurking nearby. I'm not sure what's attached to this board, but I know I can no longer keep it. I'm selling it with full disclosure, buyer beware. If you choose to purchase this item...
He broke the cardinal rule and used the Ouija board alone. The spirit box whispered about a brutal death and a woman named Eleanor who was full of malice.
Officially moving. My hand is literally just hovering over... Oh my fuck! Okay. That was my broom.
The planche began to slide on its own, spelling out a terrifying name. Aswang. A shape-shifting demon was now in the van with him.
Oh my god, what the What is going on right now? Okay, stop.
That's when it happened. A violent thud rocked the van as something slammed against the metal. The board spelled out devil before dragging the glass to farewell by itself. Jasko didn't wait for morning. He started the engine and fled the mountains in total terror. A video surfaced from a YouTuber parked near an abandoned building miles from home. He was sleeping in the back of his truck.
But so I'm in the truck, and these guys pulled up, and I heard them pull up, and I was like, okay, well, I'm at this building because I was staying at that abandoned.
He heard a vehicle pull up. Half asleep and exhausted, he ignored it. He thought he was safe.
Half asleep, right? I think I even have toothpaste in my mustache still, because that's like 2 feet away from my head, but
Then the world exploded. Rapid gunfire shattered the glass just inches from his head. He dove for the floor, heart hammering against the metal.
In place, and I'm at this building, and man, it was crazy. They just started shooting at my truck, and I'm in it. So I ducked down. I was like, oh my God. I ducked down. I was like, okay, well, they're shooting at the glass.
The shooters sped off. He scrambled into the driver's seat and drove into the night, never looking back.
Whatever. And then I heard him take off, and I just got out and, basically got in the front, checked it out, got in the front, and drove off, because I'm not going to stay there tonight. Obviously, not after that. You know what I mean?
At a gas station, he saw the reality. 8 bullet holes. His daily driver was falling apart.
You're sitting in your truck and it's being shot at, regardless of whether it's a small caliber or not. That was a pretty scary experience. So he hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The realization hit him. 2 feet from his skull, his life almost ended. It was scarier than any ghost.
Half asleep, they pulled up. I was like, whatever, you know what I mean? And then started shooting. I was like, oh my God, it was just crazy. It's a weird situation. So, but yeah, I did decide to go home. So I'm filling up with gas now, and then I'm gonna go home and figure that out, because I got to get that fixed. I mean, this is my daily driver, so I need to get that fixed this weekend. It's got to happen.